Welcome back to using Python at the CHPC. In the last video, we talked about setting up a virtual environment, or a venv, to install Python packages with pip. In this video, we're going to talk about the alternative recommended method for installing packages, which is to use a conda environment. So I'm going to open this link here and look at our documentation page for this. So in this case, we're going to be setting up a conda environment that is based on an existing Mini-Forge 3 installation that was set up by CHPC staff. And so I'm going to go back to my terminal here. This is the same window that I had open in the last video, and I had SSH'd to a login node on a CHPC system. And from here, I can look at the available versions of Mini-Forge 3 and then load one of these with module load. So I'll module load Mini-Forge 3 2490. And so if I run module list, you'll see that I now have this specific Mini-Forge module loaded. And if I run which Python, you'll see that it is from this Mini-Forge 3/24.9.0 module. Now I can create a conda environment, and in this documentation you'll see conda and mamba used in different places, and these are largely interchangeable. Mamba is a sort of drop-in replacement for conda that is a little faster in some cases, specifically around solving an environment or determining which versions of dependencies you need for software. So wherever you see Mamba, usually conda would also work in its place. So I'm going to run mamba env list as here, and this is going to list all of the conda or mamba environments that the system is aware of for me. And I can create a new one with mamba create-n, and then I will give it a name. So in this example, we could do using Python env. And then we can actually choose a specific version of Python for this. Again, conda is a language agnostic environment management software. So unlike a virtual environment where we used a base version of Python and we installed packages with that base version, with a conda environment, we can actually install Python itself. So I'll go ahead and run this, and it's going to set up an environment with Python 3.11. So I'll confirm these changes. It'll download, extract, and then install this. So this will take a minute to install Python here, but once this is ready, our environment will be set up. So it's currently in the step of installing the software that I requested. All right, so it has now set up this new environment, and we can see now some instructions for actually activating it. So we are still in what would be considered the base environment of this Mini-Forge 3 module. And in order to use this specific environment that we created, we actually have to run this conda activate command, also given in our documentation. So I'm just going to copy and paste this here. And you'll notice actually that my prompt has changed. So I now have this using Python env text at the beginning here. And if I run which Python, it's in my home directory again, like with the virtual environment, in this .conda directory, and then in this specific environment. So we now again have our own version of Python we can use. And from here, we could update or install packages with the mamba or conda commands. So for example, if we run mamba install maybe numpy as an example, this should go find the numpy package and allow us to install it. So just as we did with the Python version itself, we can also install Python packages this way. So this again will take a little bit of time to actually install this. Should be a little faster this time. And we're done. So now we can load NumPy if we're running Python from within this environment. So if we wanted to deactivate this environment and stop using it, we could run conda deactivate, and that would take us back to our Miniforge 3 version of Python. And let's now consider if we have no modules loaded at all. So if I were to log in for the first time after a period of inactivity, right? If I have a new session on a CHPC system and I wanted to use my environment again, I would need to load that same version of Miniforge 3, and then I would need to activate my environment again. So what did we call this? It was like using Python env. And so now we're back to a state where we can run Python and have the packages that we installed available to us.